What is up, my special being brothers and sisters? We are back at it again, this time with another figure review. It is going to be Kiyo, I hope I'm saying that right, Kiyo Kusanagi from the King of Fighters 2002 Unlimited Match series that they released on the PlayStation 2. Man, that's been a long time, it's been a long time coming getting these figures to finally port them on actual companies to put them out as figures like from video games. I like that they're really doing that, especially with the King of Fighters line. I know that Figma had their stab at making the King of Fighters line. I only got Kyo. I didn't ended up getting Iori only because he was just going up at a ridiculously amount of like that price was just like a ridiculous amount. So we have the homeboy Kyo. Aesthetic wise, I do like how he looks even right out of the package. Homeboy looks dope. He looks just like how he's supposed to in the video game. He even sports his white, I guess, jacket. The jacket to me always looked really cool, but me, I was more of a fan of the King of Fighters 94, 95 Kyo, where he had that kind of jacket over the vest. Excuse me, type of I guess wardrobe that he had, even with the dress shoes. I called it the church fit because that's what it looked like. This looked like more of a relaxed fit, something you'd kind of see on his day to day. I like that he has the blue jeans with it, and then he has the chain on the side. He looks really cool, looks really dope, just like how he is supposed to. So, enough of the aesthetic. Let's just go ahead and get into the articulation, because that's what we do around here. So, when it comes to his articulation, if I can get this to focus, we're going to start from head to toe, just like we always do. So, he can really only look up a fair amount. He's not going to get the greatest range. I mean, maybe, no. He's not really going to be able to look up all that good, and even looking down, it's kind of, you're not really getting too much of range. I guess if you kind of force it, there is a kind of a neck peg in there that kind of, it's a double paw peg. Let me see if I can show that real quick. So yeah, I mean, this piece kind of goes down in it, but still, it's either mine is just a little stiff or you're just really not able to. The side to sides aren't really gonna work like that, so just be mindful of that. His face looks just like, man, check that out. The detail in his face looks really cool. Back to his, let me see if I can get him to, there you go, stand up straight. So starting with his shoulders, he's able to lift it up that much, even with his jacket. So yeah, he can definitely hit the T poses. He has a bicep swivel. He can bring his arms out about this much. There's no real, he doesn't really have a butterfly joint, as you can kind of see right there. The joint kind of sticks out. So if you don't want to end up messing the soft goods plastic on here, you're only probably going to be able to give about, let's see, he's not going to be able to cross his arms, but you're only going to be able to get about that much. My boy looks like he's driving, but you're only able to get about that much before you start to get some hindrance on the jacket itself. So he can bring out his arm that much. I already talked about the bicep swivel. He has I guess a little bit better than 90 degrees at the elbow, so that's really good. My boy does go to the gym. As you can see, he has 360 swivel right here on the wrist peg. When it comes to his, let's see, his abdomen, it's kind of weird. I'm still kind of getting used to these Storm collectibles, where it's not a hard plastic, which is good. Don't get me wrong. I like that they don't have his top and bottom half as soft plastic. They're very soft and pliable. So the top part is gonna be able to give you that range in motion. So yeah, my boy is really just using the top half of his abdomen, his top torso. Like you could see, he can really get down there, and that's not even using the bottom piece. Let me see, the bottom piece even gets a little bit more, so now he can look really down. And you can see even when he's doing all these poses, there's no gaps. I really like that in figures, that there's no gaps to be seen. And then you have his little chain right here, which looks really cool. His chain is actually attached. Let me see, straighten my boy out. His chain is kind of attached to his belt. I kind of thought it was maybe attached to his shirt, but no, it's attached to his belt. So this kind of moves on his belt loop. It's weird. So it moves on his belt loop, but just be careful of that, only because you don't want that to snap, especially on a cool figure like this. Man, he just looks nice. So moving on down to the legs, soft plastic right here at the T section, so he's able to do those high kicks. I mean, it's he's getting definitely 90 from his thigh. He's able to come out that much standard, I'm guessing, with what you get with Storm Collectibles. And then let's see, he does have a thigh swivel as well. I know you can kind of hear the squeaking, but I just got to be careful about that. Let's see if he has bends at the knee. Yeah, he does. Better than 90, but still overall good. I don't mind the actual knee itself. I have seen a lot of ugly kneecaps or knee joints, and this one, it's not too bad for me. I just really hate it when the joint just looks flat. At least on this one, they actually tried to give him a I guess segment right here, so that's really cool. And right here at the boot cut, he does have some articulation, but not much. I guess it's mainly kind of used for him to stand up, so it's weird. On this one, on this foot, he's only able to get about that much. He does have some ankle rocker, not much, and then he has the toe articulation. But on this one, he's able to lift it back that much and then bring it forward that much. So I don't know, maybe I just have it in a weird position, but I'm not really trying to be too rough on these figures. So that's it for the articulation for the homeboy Kyo. It's funny, growing up, I always pronounced him, playing the video games, I always pronounced him as pronounced his name as Kyo. That's Kyo, or or Caillou. I didn't know how to actually pronounce it. This guy wasn't my favorite. My actual real favorite was Iori Yagami. He was always my favorite. I did a review on him earlier this month, so go ahead and check that out. I'm gonna put him in fire pose, and then we're gonna talk about his fire effects. So let's get it. Alright, so when it comes to his accessories, let's talk about his hands, because my boy has them for everybody. So the first pair of hands that actually comes with the figure are his two fisted hands. So that's really cool. And then the next pair of hands that we get is, let's see, not my hands, but his hands, are these cool kind of just open flared hands, or maybe posing hands. So that's really cool. The next pair of hands that we get are these like relaxed hands, so that's really cool as well. And the next pair of hands that we get is his just kind of like, I guess, like ready hands. Moving on to the next pair of hands he has are these kind of like, I guess, like, I don't know, like maybe he's shooting something, or maybe he's just like, hey, okay, I'll see you later, kind of maybe like salute hands. And then the last pair of hands that we get is just a pointing hand, but this also acts as a effect hand for an effect piece, and I'll show that right now. So you have the flame piece right here, and then you're just going to plug in that piece. So it's like an opening sequence when he's doing the whole fighting with Iori, or just stylized pose, I guess. The next flame piece that we get is this one right here, and let me see if I can find the hand holding one. So he's going to Let's see. Let me see if I can put it on. He does hold it. I had him holding it like really good earlier. Oh, there we go. So he's going to hold it like this, as if he's about to do his signature move. I forget the actual name, but yeah, this is, and he holds it pretty good. So that's nice. And then the last effect piece that we get for the flame is this one right here, which looks really, really nice. It's kind of like, let me see if I can get out right there. So it shines really bright. It almost looks like kind of like a dull red, but you can see some of the orange in the middle that it's being cleared out for. So yeah, you put your fist in there, and then that's what makes him do that whole swoosh effect. Moving on to the next accessories, we get him just kind of yelling right here. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. So let me see. Come on, focus. Anyways, we get him just kind of like yelling. Maybe right here. Yeah. So that's really cool that they implemented that with the figure. And then we got him just like with his teeth gritting. Now his hairpiece can come off. So I guess if you want to switch the hair pieces between all of them, hair pieces do come off on all of them. And then he has a stylized cloak, or not cloak, but I guess the jacket part. So you would take off his arms and then put this stylized effect piece on him. So that's pretty cool. And that's it for the accessories. He does come with a good amount. I like that Storm Collectibles does that. They never lack in the department of accessories, so that's really cool that they do that. So I'm going to put as much accessories as I can on the Homeboy Kyo and then give my final thoughts. Okay, and here is my boy with as much accessories as I can put on him. I have his flared out hand on his right hand. I have the new effect piece part for his jacket. I just, it was no trouble at all at taking off the hands, which I really like. I know when it comes to SH Figure Arts, they just really love to, make you work for it while taking off the elbows or hands, but no, it was no trouble at all. He poses really, really good. I put the effect piece for his signature move, as well as his hair piece and his face plate, or head sculpt, I should say. But yeah, this guy moves really well. My final thoughts on this, guys, is that if you are in the market to look for, I guess, like maybe that King of Fighters itch, I'd say this guy is it. He is leagues above better than, I would say, the Kyo that we got from Figma. He just like dwarfs over those kind of figures. I mean, he just feels nice, he looks nice, feels sturdy, just like my other Iori figure. But yeah, as a matter of fact, I think I'll put him side by side real quick with my Iori figure. All right. Let me see if I can kind of get him in there. Nah, I don't think he'll be able to, but let me put him to the side. And then this is Iori right here. So they look really, really good together. They look really, really nice. Let me see if he doesn't hit that. But yeah, overall, if you don't already have these figures, I suggest you go out and get them, because for me, they were a grab. Alright guys, that's going to be it for this video. Let me know in the comment section below if these guys are going to be a pass or grab. Major Piccolo shout out to all my Special Beam brothers and sisters supporting the channel since day one. And like I've said, the channel is lazy, but the movement ain't.